Hello, my sky angels. It's Nuja, and I kind of just wanted to pull cards for anybody that's kind of going through like a hard time right now because I am as well, unfortunately. And I just felt like wanting to chat, but like I don't really want to talk about what I'm going through. I just feel like talking to spirit, and I know I'm not the only one going through a hard time right now. You know, in life, we go through good times and hard times. That's just life. So it's going to be a timeless reading. I hope that there will be messages that come through to help somebody. That's my intention. So I'm just going to pull some cards and see what the angels have to say to us. Going through a hard time, you're not alone. And I'm going to light some incense. If you hear the lighting, the lighter, that's the incense. I'm not lighting anything else up. But if you are, I'm not judging you. And if if you're open, I hope this incense, let me smell it. Yeah, it's frankincense, and I hope it clears anything that doesn't belong to you, putting that intention, setting that energy to you of this frankincense. And yeah, okay. Um, I heard that was a message in it right there where I was saying how removing energy that doesn't belong to you. I feel that already that a lot of us have had to let go of things that don't belong to us. There's a lot of disappointment. Like people who we thought was, supposed to be in our life actually are not supposed to be in our life, actually ended up being like phonies, fakes, or even like I also heard like having to let go of things and it wasn't even like you didn't want to let go but you had to, just in any situation. I heard grief, dealing with that, sadness, and I didn't even pull any cards, but I'm seeing the Five of Cups. Like, it's like dealing with the aftermath. That's how I feel. It's like the bullshit just happened, and now you're just like, this sucks, and you're just trying to get through it. So I'm gonna pull some cards for messages from the universe, from my angels, you know. Uplifting messages or something. Anything, please. Okay. I already feel my energy getting higher, so that's how I know that I am connected to them. Right now, I'm connecting, and they're here. Yeah. Um, I heard, as I'm just shuffling, I'm just hearing things already. I heard that your prayers have been answered or they will be answered. And it will be so clear, like crystal clear, that God is with you. I'm seeing some of you have been crying and praying to God for something. Maybe praying to God for healing or to help you in your situation and, to get rid of your pain or to, I heard the word like getting out of a dire situation. Okay, we got 10 of Wands, so definitely like just helping you to get rid of a lot of stress and burdens. And I'm hearing that God is going to answer your prayers, and it's going to be so clear, like I said, that God has always been hearing you. And this is really going to, like, God is going to show you that God is here for you. God is there. Your angels are going to show you that they are there. It's going to be very crystal clear. And I do, sorry, wait, hold on. My bad. that was me. um, the angels and God are going to make it very clear that they are with you, and that's going to really help you with your faith. It's going to make you feel lighter. It's going to make you feel less alone. It's going to make you feel like, there is help on the way, or, you already are receiving the help, or the prayers answered. And I saw this on the bottom of the deck, and I usually sometimes I don't really look at the bottom of the deck, but this just caught my attention. And it says justice. This is a justice card. Okay, let me put that like this. So we got the justice card. So I do feel some of you are waiting for justice. Some of you are waiting for things to be correct. Somebody may have used you, taken advantage of you. Hold on, let me relight this incense. And I feel like this also could have been multiple people. And I feel like, hold on, let me relight it. I'm also getting, there's a lot of anger as well. And I feel like, it could be multiple people. It could be someone that you are really close with, or even not. It could be somebody at like your workplace, or like you just got done really dirty, and you went through a situation that was extremely unfair, and you're just waiting for justice. And this card is saying justice is gonna be served. This can be. And I also have for some of you that are wanting legal justice, that's gonna come. And just divine justice, that's gonna come too really soon. And I also heard that you're gonna hear something. You're gonna see something in the news, or someone's gonna tell you something, or you're gonna see it in a dream. Like some way, somehow, you're gonna find out about this justice being served. And I do feel like this will also be somebody's karma. And I just feel like reminding you, my previous video was on like what's that person's karma, and like how to move on, and what's your karma, and etc., etc. If you want to watch that. But I'm getting a message through spirit that some of you are kind of like waiting on the karma. And hold on, let me relight this shit again, because it just keeps going out, because I'm attaching it to a candle. But anyways, yeah, I'm protected right now. I am also letting you guys know that you're being protected. You're being protected. You're being divinely protected. And yeah, the message came through that some of you guys think that like you guys are holding, there's so much pain and anger that you are like waiting on their karma, and you're like, fuck, it's so unfair. I just want them to go through this karma and go through da 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 da. and da 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 da. But like God, like I'm getting the message that it doesn't matter. Um, Even when you hear about, you will hear about it, and it will be like this feeling of you will have more faith because you'll be like, okay, they got their karma. That also means I'm gonna get mine too, you know. And then it's gonna have more faith that, you know, universal law is always balanced, is always, you know, equal. But at the same time, it's not gonna like heal the sadness and the pain, you know, because, you know, it's just like if somebody said I'm sorry, they apologize to you, and even if they try to make it right, you know, it's not like you're just gonna be automatically happy and okay with them and ready to go back to the way things were, you know what I mean? And that message is coming through that there is going to be justice. You know, you're going to get good karma, you know, you're going to get the energy you put out back to you, but at the same time you still have to you still have to focus on healing, you know, and don't get too attached to, you know, or like, you know, don't be waiting on nothing. Don't wait on their karma. Don't wait on their apology. Don't wait on them for them to change. Like that is what I'm getting a message. Like stop waiting. Stop waiting, because even if all those things happen, you're still gonna be hurt if you don't look into the hurt and process it and talk about it and express it and let it out and feel it and heal it. That's a really powerful message for sure. Okay. But justice is coming, don't worry. That's what I feel like the message really is. It's like why are you stressing about it? Why are you like, you know, it's not that important compared to your healing, you know what I mean? But at the same time I feel like it is for some of you. I don't wanna like take it away. Like I'm not trying to say, and the message is not saying that the justice won't come or it's not that important. Like I use the wrong words, my bad, but what I meant to say, like, your healing is like you should prioritize it, you know, because it's gonna come, and the justice is important, you know. The justice is important and it will help you as well. I do feel like it will help you. I'm getting like both of these messages with the Ten of Wands and the justice. I do feel like I keep getting messages about faith and God trying to show you and remind you to have faith, because I feel like because of this hard time, you have lost faith, or you've been struggling with your faith, you've been doubting your faith, you've been worried about the future, you've been worried about a situation, or you've been really disappointed or sad, maybe about multiple different things. But the universe and your angels and God is trying to remind you, you know, that they're there and that, you know, and that things are going to be all right, even if it doesn't feel that way, you know. I got the Six of Cups. So right away I heard inner child wounds are being like reopened. Inner child wounds are being, they're resurfacing. Some things that you thought that you got over, or that you thought that you healed and just like done and over with it, are actually like resurfacing, and you want to acknowledge that and you want to work on that. Don't feel like you're going backwards, because you have to remind yourself how much work you have done and how much healing you have already done and how much things you have gone through. Like, don't think that you're starting back at square one. I feel like for some of you, the message is that you feel like you're back at square one, or, you know, it's like you're being hard on yourself. Like I should have known better because I've been through this before, or like I, it's this message of like like a inner child wound that is like resurfacing, and like you thought that, oh, like this is good, like I don't have to worry about this anymore, or like I healed this part of me, or this one thing about me, and now you're like it's resurfacing and you've been noticing it and you feel disappointed in yourself or something, you know. To be a bit personal, really quick, this kind of reminds me of, you know, um, I did so much work on healing like codependency, and codependency not just on people but on like literally anything, everything. Just codependent on everything and anyone except for myself. And I did years and years and years of healing that and doing the work, and I thought that, I'm like good. I thought I was really good. And then I got into a situation where, okay, for example, like I started being independent. I started being like having like a secure attachment style. Like things were going really good. Like I could see the results of all the healing that I was doing, and like all of the effort that I was putting into healing, and I didn't have any issues with codependency, um, for a while until I had moved to a different country, well, actually two different countries, and that codependency wound like resurfaced. And I know why, because, and I think me sharing this personal thing about me is also bringing me a new message, because I was surprised by it and I was a bit disappointed by it, because I'm like, I thought I healed this, but then at the same time I understood like I'm in a new place, like I'm in new land, and I'm in like everything is new to me and I'm scared. It's scary, like it's a big change, it's scary, and I'm so scared to be alone, and I'm so scared of XYZ happening and this happening and this happening. So those codependency wounds were like resurfacing, and like I was so like I felt like I was going backwards, but at the same time like I had to remind myself that, it makes sense that I feel this way. It makes sense that, this resurface, and it's also like I'm only human. It's like I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? And I feel like I feel like I had to share that, because one, just to give you an example, and also because as I was sharing that, that was part of, like, I feel like Spirit was trying to emphasize that part, that, you will go into, maybe you have already experienced something very, very new for you that you've never experienced before, just like I have, like moving to a new country, living in a new country, or something else that is very new to you, that kind of resurfaces old wounds, and, you know things like that, like that. And I'm keep getting like inner child wounds, and, you know it's it is just a part of healing. Healing is not linear, and healing is not like, it's not like you heal something and then you're done forever, because, there's going to be times in life when, things are going to resurface up a little bit. Things are going to trigger you. Things are going to, you know, almost, you know what I mean? And like things are going to, like, you just have to keep going through it and remembering all of the things, all the effort you've already done. It's not like you're starting at square one, not at all, because now you have different tools, now you have different resources, like, you know what I mean? Like for example, like for me, I did go through a period where I was very, very codependent on a few people. And recently, not that recent, because I cut them all off, because I was like, fuck it, I don't need nobody. um and what was interesting was like it did take me a little bit to actually like let go of them, but like once I realized that, they're not good for me, I started being distant with them, and I started thinking like, God damn, like I do want to cut them off. I really do, because they're not treating me right. But at the same time, like I feel like I need them because I'm scared of being alone in foreign land. And even when I was asking my friends, my good friends about it, I was like, I don't know what to do. And some of them were telling me, if I was you, I wouldn't really be friends with them, but I would just keep them around, just because what if you do need them for something. And I was just like, ugh, and a lot of people have told me that, like, you don't gotta be friends with them, but just keep them around. If you need something, then hopefully they'll have your back, and shit. Maybe one day they'll need something from you too. You can have their back, and it's just kind of like a almost transactional connection. And I was just like, it was just really eating at me, because they kept trying to reach out to me like we're friends, but in my mind, I was like, yeah, I can't be like friendly with them. But I also felt like if I was gonna be honest about that with them, then what if they want to help me? Like, it was just so much. And then I was just like, nah, I don't need them. I don't need nobody. Like, I don't need them. Like, if they are not treating me right, they don't deserve a place in my life. They don't deserve access to me. They don't deserve to get to message me and say, hey, how are you? And start a conversation with me. No, I'm not even going to see that message. And I blocked them, you know. So I just wanted to share that because, that shows a lot of growth in me, because once I realized and saw their behavior, I was starting to think about cutting them off. And it did take me a little bit to actually cut them off, but I still did it. But like compared to like years and years and years ago, I 100% wouldn't have cut them off at all. I probably wouldn't have cut them off unless they did like something, I don't know, unless they were like becoming dangerous or something like that, or just becoming really hurtful to the point where I could not stand it at all. I don't know, like, I'm just trying to share this because I feel like the message is like, recognize that, like, just even thinking about, like, if you think you're back at square one, like think back to when you were actually at square one, and how would you have, you know reacted to the situation you're in now, or how would you have, dealt with it. Because in my example, I just told you that I actually dealt with it very quickly, well, fairly quickly, and actually quicker than I would have years ago when I was at square one, quote unquote square one, of like healing this part of me, this wound. And I did it actually very maturely. I asked for help, and I did the best I could, and I did recognize it as well. Before, I didn't recognize it. Before, when I was back at square one, I didn't even realize I was depending on certain people or certain things for XYZ. I was just thinking like, well, I need this person, whatever. But recently I'm like, nah, I don't really need this person. I feel like I need them, but do I really? Once I realized I don't need nobody because I have God, then I was like, fuck it, they're not adding anything to my life. So, yeah, Spirit tell me to move on from that message, but I hope that resonated with somebody, just to kind of like, I heard, acknowledge your the work you have done on for yourself, the healing you have done, and don't neglect it. Like, keep going. Like, you may get to a point where you're getting into like a happy moment in your life, and you're thinking everything is good. And I feel like a lot of people get into this situation where things are good in their life, so they feel like they shouldn't be like doing the shadow work anymore, because they're focusing on like the light side of life, right? And like, I understand that, and like, you can still heal and focus on like doing inner work. It's not always nice and pretty, and it's not always fun and whatever, and like these great things, like great emotions or whatever, but like, I know it can be ugly, but at the same time, um like you could, there's a time and place for everything, you know what I mean? And I feel like when you're going through like good times in your life, you can still do the inner work. And it could be like for example, you may feel like, well, I don't feel like going to therapy. I don't have no problems, like I'm good. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing inner work, because there's always and space to be better. There's always going to be space to be a better human being and to better yourself. You know, it could be in so many ways, like not even just emotionally or spiritually, or and also physically. Man, think about all those three things: emotionally, physically, spiritually. And you know, and it can be like I said, like when you're in those happy moments in your life and good times in your life, asking yourself, like even every day, like what can I do to better myself? Like how can I be a better person? Like what would I change about myself? Or what could I change about my day? What could I change about how I see myself, how I treat myself? you know how's my self-love? You know what I mean? Like, and it could be fun. It's not always fun, but don't doubt that it can be. You know what I mean? Like that's just the message. Is like you should be dedicating yourself to bettering yourself, to bettering your life, to doing the inner work, and knowing that it is kind of a forever thing. I find that a lot of people think that they just have to do like a short term period where they're doing the inner work, and then after they're good and they're set for life. That's not how it works. And I think that I'm not saying that maybe some of you do think that way or have thought that way, but I'm also seeing that sometimes we, like I said, like when we're having a good time in our life, we just kind of forget about doing those things. And then when we go through a hard time, we like remember it again. You know what I mean? I think it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of an interesting thing. But the message is like to be dedicated to yourself and to your healing, and you're gonna see it's really gonna help you, especially during this time, and just to remind yourself to continue doing that, because you know it will make, I heard, like it will relieve a lot of like the sadness you feel and the stress you feel. You're gonna be able to help yourself a lot. I heard that. And people will help you too. Don't be afraid to like talk to people. I keep having people tell me, you should talk to people more, and I'm like, no. I'm good. I just want to be alone. And they're like, I don't think that's a great thing. I think you should talk to people. I think you'd feel better. And I'm like, okay. So I try to talk to people and actually do feel better. So, just know, like, I think there's a big message on like expressing yourself and how you feel. So I got the devil in reverse, like this. So I do feel like some of you have been really wanting to change your habits in life, or if you haven't been wanting to, you will. But like there is something about wanting to change your habits, especially something that can be a bit addictive. Like I am seeing smoke, and there's the incense is done, baby. So I'm seeing like smoke in my head. Like some of you may be wanting to quit smoking or quit, I don't know, like you want to eat healthier. I heard like quitting unhealthy habits, or even addictions, and or even mindsets. And I do feel like you want to be healthier. And I'm getting the message like you'll be successful. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself and say like, oh, I can't quit because I've been smoking for years or whatever. Or, or don't doubt yourself and think like, oh, like I want to, be really healthy and I want to look like this, my body look like this, and lose weight or whatever, gain muscle. And it's not gonna happen. Like, just stop doubting yourself. Like, this, the card is, so sorry if you hear the barking. The message here that I'm getting is that if you put your mind to it and you try, you'll be able to do it. And just hold on, I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, the message was that, you know, you will be successful in changing your habits, and things will be, I feel like the angels will help you in that as well. You just have to, keep your mind focused on it, get resources, get help. You're not going through this alone, and if I just feel like if you are open and you reach out, or you get, you're gonna get help, you're gonna get support. Just remember that this is temporary. It's temporary. And, everything in life is temporary. I heard that some of you think way too much. I can see somebody like outside sitting on a bench, and they're looking, and it looks like really cloudy, like a cloudy day, and they're just thinking, and they're really sad. And I feel that spirit, the angels just don't want you to like think yourself into like thinking so much that you end up like hurting your own feelings, because you're just making up scenarios in your head that are hurting you, like, or like you're thinking like, oh, this person probably thought this about me, and then you feel hurt or angry, or you're making up scenarios in the head about the future that didn't even happen, and then you're getting upset about them. It's just like, find coping mechanisms to calm your mind, to silence your mind. There can be so many ways to do that, depending on who you are and what works for you. Maybe meditation will help you. Maybe, doing something active like working out will help you. Maybe, reading will help you. Whatever, you have to find your thing. I heard really tackle your problems, like face your problems, face them. Don't run away from them. Don't hide from them. Don't try to numb yourself from thinking about, or distract yourself from your problems. It's time to, for some of you, this is a message for you, it's time to tackle your problems and look at them in the face, and I feel like there's also like a message with like fear, like face your fears, but also face your problems, because I do feel that, you have to really tackle things and not dwell on them. I feel like, yeah, like a lot of you guys are just in your head. I got the 7 of Cups. You're in your head. There's a lot of cloudiness. Like, I feel like your mind is in the clouds. Get grounded. Connect with nature. Sit on the grass. Sit on the earth. Touch the earth, Maybe get some flowers or a plant. Take care of it. Connect with it, I feel that, I just feel for some reason I don't want to I don't want to get any cards from my tarot deck. So I'm going to pull some cards. Let me just pull from this oracle deck. Any other messages for people going through a hard time? I heard like take it easy, like really be like loving on yourself. Um, we got the four-leaf clover, so and there's also Sagittarius here because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of luck. And I just want to grab this here. Sorry, I just want to look at what is. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like the company's name. Wait, I don't have the box here. Yeah, I don't have the box, but it says something. I don't know why I just noticed that. I think it says Toulouse or something, which means like I think you're light. Do the other cards have that? Oh, they do. Okay, that's just the company's name. My bad, or whatever. I just never noticed it, so I thought maybe there was a message there. I mean, you're light. I never noticed it before, though. I think that could be much because I never noticed it before, and I've been using these cards for a while now. Your light, okay. Your light will attract things, and I'm getting like you will be lucky. I feel like you'll even be surprised by good things coming through. Like you're gonna feel like this is luck, like this is what are the chances? But like you deserve those good things that are gonna come to you, and then you're gonna be blessed. I do feel like good surprises are coming through for you. Things are gonna be better than what you expect, and they're gonna happen unexpectedly. Like you're gonna be thinking, oh, I really want this to happen, and you're gonna get so much better. And I also heard that some of you who are, you know, um, have been like holding on for things and like really like acknowledge, like really like standing ground on um, your self-worth, and you haven't been taking any BS, and you've been, really, like, for example, you know, maybe like you've been, I don't know, dealing with people, you've been dating people or with friendships or whatever, and you're just like, having no problem to let go of people if they're not valuing you, or even like you're getting job offers, but it's not even good pay, so you're just like, whatever, I'm not even gonna bother. If you have been doing things in that way where like you're like, I'm not dealing with anything that doesn't match my self-worth and what I'm worth and what I am, what I value and what I deserve, then you're going to get things that actually match your energy and match your value and match your worth, like things that you deserve, whether it's people, whether it's a job, whether it's money, whatever. Like that energy is gonna match you, like you're gonna see that, you know what I mean? And that's a message for some of you. I got the dog, which is interesting. All right, I'm back. So the dog. Yeah, I didn't know I had this card in this deck. I didn't know this card existed. I guess I just never pulled it before. But what I'm getting is that it's very interesting. I just heard that you're gonna like meet somebody new in your life that's gonna have like this energy of a dog. Very sweet, very loyal, very protective over you. This could be a friend or, even a romantic person. Or even like not even like maybe they're not like a friend really or like a romantic partner, but maybe even like a motherly or fatherly figure to you, or like a mentor type person. Like it could be literally anyone, but I do feel like they will be very loyal and very kind, very sweet, just like this dog looks like in this photo. This dog looks like it's smiling too. It's really cute. Very this person will have like pure intentions, and they will really bring a lot of light in their life. And I feel like also they're gonna bring a lot of fun in your life. If you have been feeling like lonely, or you have been feeling like life is boring, you're going to meet someone. I also feel like multiple people that are gonna bring more enjoyment in your life and light-hearted energy in your life. Okay, the house. I do feel that your house, I'm getting like a home. I'm getting it's not about a physical house, but it's about a home. Feeling at home. Like if you feel like you're not at home where you currently live, whether it's like the actual like building you live in, whether it's an apartment or a house or whatever, or whether it's the city you live in or the, you know, country or whatever, like if you feel like you're not at home where you are, that's gonna change. And I also feel um like feeling at home is not just like a physical place or a location, but it's also more than that. I feel like the message coming through is that learning how to feel at home within yourself, because I think feeling at home is beyond like a physical place, whether that is like a physical location, whether, like I gave the examples. I feel like it's beyond that, because you can go all over the world everywhere and you still don't feel like at home, because I feel like that feeling is within. And I feel like of course you can look at a place and feel like this is my home and I feel at home here, but I also feel like you can have that physically but not emotionally or spiritually. And so that's a message for some of you, that you are going to find your home if you're looking for like a physical place, like a physical place to call your home, like a real home, not just a house. But as well, I'm also getting that feeling, you're going to have that feeling of being at home within yourself the more work that you do on yourself. I also feel like, I don't know if some of you have been dealing with like dizziness or something. um I feel like you need to like take care better of yourself physically. Make sure you're eating right. um Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And also I feel like maybe some of you have been like delaying something, like maybe delaying going to the doctors or something, and you should just do it. I feel like maybe some of you have like anxiety over going to the doctor, and you get anxiety regarding like health related things. But I feel like if you actually go, you'll actually feel better than not going, and that you shouldn't delay it. You should take care of your health, because I just get the sensation of like being a little bit dizzy, lightheaded, um and I feel like eating better. It's just take tend to yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. Please take care of yourself. Please nurture yourself and love yourself. I want you to, you know, and I'm sure other people in your life want you to, and I hope you want to as well. I want you to want to take care of yourself and love yourself. And okay, I'm gonna stop with this deck. I'm gonna pull my deck, and I'm also gonna pull this oracle deck here. I got the Power of Love. You know what's interesting? I just heard this song in my head, What's Love Got to Do With It, by Tina Turner, I think. What's love got to do with it? If you know that song, good. I don't know why that song just randomly popped in my head. I haven't listened to it in a while, or thought about it, but that's interesting. I heard that some of you, I got a message actually, that before I even pulled any cards from this deck, that some of you are starting to reevaluate what you think of love. I feel like some of you have been evaluating what self love looks like and what love for other people look like, and what their love, like how you, I don't know, you just been reevaluating that. And it's good that you're reevaluating that and not just to blindly believe somebody says I love you, then just be like, all right, they love me, because they have to also show you that they love you too, not just say things. And you also, you can just say I love myself, but you have to show to yourself that you love yourself too. You have to, the actions have to match up with the words, you know. And I feel like when that song popped in my head, like what's love got to do with it, I feel like the message is coming through with that message I just gave, where it's like, what do words have to do with this, you know? Like, words do have meaning and words are powerful, but I feel like when it comes to love, you gotta show love, you know? So I feel like if you haven't been reevaluating that, you need to reevaluate that. Um, yes. And then we have patience, and there's a smell coming. Ooh, from the cards. They smell delicious. I don't know why my cards, I always notice like they smell different like each time, and they smell so good. This one smells like, I don't know, like a candle store or something. Anyways, sorry. Patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. I know that with that you could just, it could have it, it could speak for itself, the card, but I'm getting that there isn't a message coming through that, you know, a lot of you need to be patient with things like I heard fixing, like you feel like something's need to be fixed and like like just like corrected in your life and getting better in your life, and it will. Just be patient, and also know that like it's gonna happen sooner than you think. I feel like some of you have been waiting for a while and you're just like, holy shit, like when is this gonna happen? um Sorry for my language. You're just kind of getting really impatient, like, and be like, when is this gonna happen? Like, when am I going to, you know, get a better job? Like, when am I going to be able to move out? Like, when am I gonna be able to finally be successful? When is this gonna happen? When is that gonna happen? Da 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 da. When this happens, I really want this to happen because I make my life so much better. Da 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 da. And it's just like, calm down. Uh, I'm sorry if I said. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because the way I said calm down, I didn't mean for it to come off that way, but it's just like the message coming through is that I'm so sorry. The message coming through is just that like you just need to be patient because it's gonna happen, and I feel like you know it's gonna happen. You're just like, when is it gonna happen? But it's like, does it really make a difference? And I know you're gonna be like, yeah, because then I could be living that life right now. And it's like, yeah, but like everything has its time, and you know, think about how you can enjoy your time now. You know what I mean? Like, even if you feel like right now sucks and your present moment sucks, think about how you can enjoy it and how you could have fun and how you could, you know, just pass the time with having with something good. Because you know how people say when you're having a good time, the time passes by faster. So go have a good time, and the time will fly by, and then you're gonna be, you know, at that place you want to be. But at the same time, you weren't just sitting waiting. You were, you know, enjoying the time while you were, you know, you know what I mean? Okay, hold on. Let me let me stop here for a second. Okay, sorry. I had to pause because there's a dog barking. Um, as I was saying, you know, I think I already said the message, so let me just move on to the next card. Okay, this, oh, I feel like maybe some of you need to, like, I don't know, make your place more cozy, make it more comfortable, redecorate, you know, like change things up a bit. Like that's what I'm getting. Like, change things up in your physical place, like where you live, and also maybe even yourself. Like if you've been thinking about that, because I feel like the more like you change things, internally, physically, spiritually, that's also going to reflect on the outside. Like, so if you want your outside life to like change, you want your external life to change, then you're going to have to also match that energy of change. And I feel like it would really help you to change things up a bit so that you're kind of putting yourself in that mood of change as well. And like changing up your habits as well, like changing up your daily routine a little bit. Even if it's as simple like if you usually like take a walk this way, or you're always going on this same road when you're driving or whatever, you go the other way. Try another way, to get to your destination or whatever, and maybe you'll see something new. Maybe you'll meet someone new. I don't know why I'm hearing controller. It's like there's like a song, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like controller. I feel like if somebody or like somebody's trying to like control you, and you feel like this person, I don't know, like if you're in a situation where you feel like you're tied to this person and they're trying to control you, but at the same time you're like, I don't know how to get out of this situation, like I don't know how to be, I don't know, like there's just an energy of like needing to be free from somebody or even something. If you feel like something's controlling your life or something, just know that you're gonna be free from that. And this can be literally so many different situations, but however that resonates with you. I feel like that's kind of a dark, heavy energy that just came through, and I don't mean like some kind of spirit or something. So don't worry about that. I just mean like I feel like some of you actually going through like really, really heavy shit. I just wanted to acknowledge that, because I do feel like some of you are in situations where, you don't really you feel like you have no choice but to be there. You feel like you're being controlled, or like you feel like you're stuck. You know what I mean? And I also heard like the system. Some of you feel like, yo, I fucking hate the system. You feel like you're stuck in, like you feel like you're binded to certain things, and you feel like you don't have a choice right now. Like at the same time, like that there's other choices, but right now you have to stay where you are, or keep doing what you're doing, or stay at that job, or keep living with this person because you don't got no other choices right now, or something like that, or you can't leave right now. But God's wanting me to tell you that you can leave. I just felt like I had to say that. Like, I feel like some of you are trying so hard for things to change. You're just like praying so hard for like a miracle, and just know like it's gonna happen. Like don't lose hope at all. Don't ever lose hope, don't ever lose faith. God is always by your side. And I'm really sorry that if anybody listening that relates to that. But it's gonna be better. I really feel like people are gonna help you. For real. Okay. Sorry, I just like went to like I was just shuffling. I just got really silent. You are okay. Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. So I do feel like, remember when I was saying earlier, tackle your thoughts. I mean, tackle your problems, sorry, and like face them. It's just like remembering like the power you hold, and if you feel like you don't have any power or control over certain shit, you have to take advantage of what you do have power over, like yourself. You know what I mean? Like you feel like your external situations are shit and you can't really do much about it, but what can you do about how you're feeling about it and how you're reacting and you know what I mean? Your mindset can really change a whole situation. It can change how you view a whole different situation. Your mindset can like shift so much in your life. Like is wild, you know. It's powerful. It's very powerful. Speak it into existence. Speak whatever you want into existence. You are more than enough. Remember what I was saying? Wasn't I just saying that like a second ago? You're gonna have new connections in your life. Believe in yourself. A lot of pink. So I feel like this reminds me of like rose quartz. You know, healing that like I don't know, pink is kind of like, it's a very healing emotionally color, and I got your gifts are growing, cherish them. And we have create new paths. I do feel like there was a lot of messages regarding faith, so that's great. You know, spiritual gifts. I'm so sorry if I'm like not making sense anymore. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just kind of, I think I'm just feeling, I think this is just a really heavy reading, and I'm just, okay, there's a little bit left of the incense, so I'm just gonna relight it. I'm really sorry. This is like, I'm trying my best to like give really good messages, and I mean, they're coming through as they come through, and it's just the reality of like, I can't just be always like happy and like super energetic and giggling and making jokes or whatever. I wish, but like that's not really me all the time. And you know, I feel like I should be happier, especially to like uplift, you know, whoever's listening, but at the same time like I have to keep it real. Like I'm not feeling like that right now. At the same time, it's like the one thing that pushed me to even record all this is because I felt like I needed to hear some messages too, and I felt like I could have just done like a reading just for me, but I felt like why not share, why not make this bigger and share it with other people, to whoever needs it, you know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of different messages that came through and not all of them apply to me as well. So that's, you know, the point. You know, I'm just channeling whatever comes through. You know, I'm not a performer or anything, so I hope you guys understand, whoever's listening, that I'm just kind of, I'm going through it too, you know? I'm trying my best. We're all trying our best, you know? I feel like maybe that's even a message for you guys. Like, I don't know, I just found out, I didn't expect for me to say that. But I feel like maybe you are like thinking like you feel like kind of bad or whatever. Like maybe you're like, oh, I should be more energetic or outgoing, or I should be more social like I used to be, or da 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 da. It's just like, just take your time with it. You know what I mean? Like if you're sad, it's okay to be sad. If you're angry, let yourself be angry. Feel it out, and then, you know, move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? kind of like what this was saying, invite new, positive, and refreshing thoughts. Okay, look at that bad grammar. Okay then. And this card kept coming out like 3 times, but I kept shuffling past it. Share your love with the world. I feel like I'm hearing like charity work, volunteer work, just being kind to others, being kind to strangers, just doing something nice for people is really going to, or even for the world, like for the animals, for the earth, if it's not people. I feel like this will really help you to feel happier, and I also heard like remind you of the bigger picture in life. Wow, that's actually very beautiful. And this was like the first message that came out in the beginning when I was just letting my instincts let go of all that doesn't serve you. You're doing the right thing, okay. Oh my god, why do I have two of the same message? Wait, hold on. Why do I have two of the same? Let go of all that doesn't serve your highest good. Release all that. Why did I have to? I guess it's just double confirmation. Like, if you feel like you've been wanting to let go of something, but you haven't been, it's like, do it. Like, this is literally telling you, just do it. You know? Speak up, express your truth, and everything is working out for your highest good. Okay. I feel like that was kind of long, and even though it was like a long-ish reading, I don't know how long it'd be like right now, like maybe like for like almost an hour. Even though it's like long, I feel like I didn't even say everything that I needed to say. And I try so hard to make my videos short, but it just never works out because I feel like there's so much to be said. But okay, I'm gonna just stop this here. The reading is gonna stop here.